One of the challenges that we have in life is learning how to navigate between being and doing. You see, it's this constant pull and push. There's moments in life, there could even be moments in the day, where we feel compelled to do, right? And this could be a lot of us, right? There's that nature to do, there's a nature to create, a nature to expand from where we're currently at. And naturally, this compulsion or this desire to grow means that we need to expand outward. By definition, growing means moving out from the base that you're starting from. But then there's moments in life and even moments in the day where we're craving nothing but peace. We're craving nothing but solitude, nothing but comfort, nothing but just the ability to relax and let go and be our true, authentic selves. It's in these moments where we actually do the opposite of growth. We turn inwards. We shrink. We don't expand, but we rather contract. Now, I know in today's environment, especially if you live in a capitalistic world, in a capitalistic country, there's always that pressure to kind of go, go, go. Constantly do, to constantly be ambitious, to constantly achieve things, or else your life will not be worth anything. But while there's moments where that could be true, it's also so important that we need to learn how to turn inward. You see, it's not something that's taught in schools. It's not something that many of us, quite honestly, have had access to, right? A lot of the times we discover spirituality, we discover personal development because we need it. We've run ourselves into the ground. We're super stressed. We're super tired. And we kind of have lost sight of what really matters in life. And so our body will tell us to slow down. Sometimes even our mind will tell us to slow down. In very rare but special circumstances, our soul will even step in to tell us to slow down. We'll feel this deep guttural reaction that, hey, we're moving too fast. You need to slow down in life. So then the natural question becomes, which one is it? Should I just go, go, go? Or should I always be calm? Should I always seek solitude? Should I always just focus all of my life on turning inward? And the key is neither. Right? It's both and it's neither at the same time. Life is this beautiful dance, this beautiful flow between doing and being. If you look around you, life is always creating, right? Animals are always giving birth to new animals. Same thing with humans. Same thing with plants and the seasons. How things grow during summer. They bloom even further. Right, and then the leaves slowly start to wither, things slowly start to retract before it's winter, and then nothing grows. Things hibernate, animals hibernate. We even slow down, right? When it's the holiday season, when it's the end of the year, there's less of that desire to go out and do things. It's more of a time to enjoy with our family, to slow down, to reflect. So you see, we're already attuned to the cycle of expansion and the cycle of contraction. But when it comes to our day-to-day life, we sometimes forget how to use that. We sometimes forget how to apply that very same principle that's in nature into our actual day-to-day being. So this video is really meant to, number one, highlight why it's so important to dance between the doing and the being. But secondly, and more importantly, to talk about some of the ways that we can practice this and we can make this into our spiritual routine, right? You don't have to go all the way to one extreme for you to automatically retract and go to the other side. Always try to keep this balance. Try to keep this shift. Right? Don't be so rigid in life. You know, there's been times in my youth actually where I've either wanted to be so ambitious, I wanted to achieve. I would wake up early. I would work very hard. I had very specific goals, very specific timelines. But then inevitably I would get burnt out. I would get frustrated when things weren't moving at the speed that I wanted them to. And so after a while, I decided, you know what? Forget it. Why does this all matter in the end, right? We're all here one day, we're not here the next day. So let me focus on myself. Let me focus on my spiritual growth. Let me focus on awakening the consciousness within. And I would do this. And some period of time would pass, days, months, even years sometimes. But then there's always that nagging feeling of, well, I'm not doing enough. And it's great that I'm awakening. It's great that I'm growing spiritually, but I just don't feel like I'm giving to this world. I don't feel like I'm giving to myself. There's this desire to co-create with God, to be a part of the consciousness unflowering, be a part of the consciousness expanding. And so naturally, when you're left out of that, you get this feeling of, man, I wish I could be doing something. This is getting kind of restless. Some might even say this is getting a little bit boring. It's becoming tedious. It's becoming a routine. So life requires diversity. Life requires variety. It requires ebbing and flowing, just like the river. The river isn't always just moving downhill. If you look closely, there's moments where stones have either been placed, or animals, or trees, or roots, where all of a sudden the current retracts back, or it slows down. So you have to have this flexibility. You have to have this willingness to kind of go with the flow. But it's key to also know what situation you're in and what that situation requires. You see, there's moments where your body will tell you, you'll get an inspirational sign that you have to do, that you have to create. For example, after prioritizing my sleep for the past few weeks, because I just accumulated so much sleep that naturally my body just woke up at 4:30 this morning. Even though I went to bed rather late, around 11:30 or 12, my body just was really alert and aware, and I wasn't groggy. I woke up, I meditated for a little bit, and although I had that desire to go back to bed to catch up on my sleep, something in me just awoke, and it said, don't go to sleep, right? It's kind of like that Rumi phrase, the morning breeze has secrets to tell you, don't go to sleep. And that's exactly what I did. I woke up, I had a very productive morning before the sun was even up. And that's sort of my body's way of telling me this is a unique opportunity. Take advantage of it. But the week before, I actually fell sick. I was not in the mood to do a lot of creative work. And so I had to slow down and I had to listen to my body, listen to what my soul was telling me. So you have to be able to read the situation. And in order for you to be able to read the situation, you have to slow down. Don't just go with your mind 100 miles an hour. Slow down, see what your body is telling you. See what your consciousness is telling you. You can actually feel it, right? We think that it's only the mind that is instructing us, that is guiding us, but there's a far greater tool of wisdom, source of wisdom than our mind can ever be. So I hope you guys gain some appreciation of the balance required between being and doing. They're both essential. They're both required. You can't master one without mastering the other, because they are the yin to each other's yang. If you're interested in learning more about this topic, or maybe you have a specific case in your life that you would like to work through, that you would like someone to discuss it with, I'm happy to say that I'm now offering one-on-one counseling sessions. I actually have it uploaded or updated on my website now, and you're going to start seeing some changes. I know it's been a while where I've been doing a lot of the same things, and in the same spirit of this video, kind of gotten repetitive, whether that's, the types of background that I was using, the types of content. So I've really just been taking a deeper look at this channel and taking a deeper look at what do I want to do? What do I want to give to the world? And, for me, there's a lot of great ideas in mind, one of which is, of course, spiritual counseling, one-on-one personalized counseling. So if you are interested, please go ahead and check out the website, www.najibmasterman.com. You can also reach out to me here via YouTube, but probably the best way is through my website. I have a special page just on counseling that walks through what you can expect, what are some of the things that we can focus on, and I would love to invite you to a free 30-minute discovery call where we can kind of walk through, even if it's not being and non-being or being and doing, if there's other topics that interest you, would certainly love to explore those and see how we can help you ultimately grow on the spiritual path. But with that, I thank you for taking some time out of your busy day. I hope you join me on this next phase of the channel, of this next phase of the website and the offerings that are about to come. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.